What's up, guys? I want to go over the top 3 tasks for your online fitness virtual assistant today. Obviously, and then everything I share with you is based on my own personal experience, what I've seen work well for me, as well as other trainers. So before we get into the top 3 tasks, I want to just go over the results from last week, the week of March 1st. Last week, we had a goal to book 27 calls and get at least 177 applications filled out. And we almost hit it. Farah and Lex are two of my appointment setters. They almost had it. Lex got 25 book calls. Farah got 19 book calls, which is pretty good. I mean, imagine what you can do with almost 50 qualified prospect online training sales calls per week. Really, the sky's the limit at the point now where we have multiple phone closers. Updates. This is what May sends to me at the end of her shift. I like to get an update just on what went on throughout the day. If anything needs my attention, she'll also send me screenshots of any messages that need my attention throughout the day. And I've just found that my life has just been so much easier ever since I started getting some help. Having appointment setters has really brought some consistency to my business. And then having May around has really helped me manage my time better and focus on the things that I really love to focus on. How to have success with a virtual online training assistant. Great screen share video training. That's the most important thing right there. Having good video screen shares. I use Loom for this, the same software that I'm using right now. And then having a good description, a good step-by-step description on exactly what to do. If you have that, pretty much anyone can get the job done for you. Set hours each day. My business hours personally are from 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. Pacific, Monday through Friday. That's when my main business admin works for me. And then my appointment setters work from 11 till 5 p.m. Pacific, Monday through Friday. So the admin works 40 hours a week and the appointment setters work 30 hours a week each. You always want to pay on time. You always want to be honest, and you always want to show appreciation. Take the respect approach with your virtual assistants. You'll get a lot further than you would if you were trying to intimidate them or make them feel nervous if they don't get the job done. Be their friend, be nice, and they'll work hard for you. Trust me on that. Give a bonus or a gift on their birthday. They will really appreciate this. Like I said, if you can let them know that, hey, you're not just an employee to me. I care about you. I want the best for you. They will work harder for you as a result of that. So the number one thing you really want to outsource in your online training business eventually is messages, because once you start running big time email campaigns, big time text message campaigns, your inbox is going to be flooded with messages. And this can really take over your day. It can take all day. It can take multiple days. But you really want to have a VA who's trained to respond to all these messages for you. Set up appointments on social media using your script. Now, I do LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. I'll do direct messages on there. They have a script that they follow and step-by-steps on exactly, what step one is, add to Trainerize, add to campaign. I have some other videos on exactly what we do there. You also want to manage the paid subscribers. So instead of calling all your paid subscribers and doing coaching calls, and what I think is really unnecessary, from my experience, I've seen my online training clients sign up because they like the idea that they can do the workouts on their own time. They don't have to commit to an appointment with the trainer. So by you always wanting to do a coaching calls, you're kind of doing yourself a disservice. You're decreasing your retention rate. From what I found, people cancel when they haven't signed into their account in 2 weeks or a month. That's when you're in trouble. So just having a VA that manages all of your paid subscribers, messages them if they're not signing to their account, lets them know they're doing a good job if they are actively completing workouts, and just helps build that relationship up. And it basically lets them know that you're not the type of trainer that's just going to give them their fitness program and then cut ties from there. You're going to make sure that if they sign up for your program, that they're going to complete the workouts, because you're going to hold them accountable and make sure that they follow the program. And that's what the VA can help you with. Communicate with you and let you know if there are any messages that need your attention. So that's what May did in the beginning of the slides there. She sent me as an update at the end of the day. And then she also sends me some to-dos on exactly what she's doing each day. And then if there, like I said, if there's anything that needs my attention, she'll just send me a screenshot of that. So let's get into the next slide here. Systems and tracking. Create funnels and automations. Now, for example, let's say you're scrolling through social media. You see an ad that you like. It has a great follow-up funnel. You go through it, go through all the campaigns that you get put through. And you're like, man, I really want to implement this in my own online training business. That's when you can have your VA literally rip and tweak that whole entire process for you. And that's one of the things that we do. If we notice an ad is killing it, well, okay, maybe we should implement that in our business. Create fitness programs on Trainerize. This can be very time consuming. I have about 4 or 5 different master programs that I use. I have a home gym program, I have an in-gym program, a garage gym program, an all body weight program, and a combination of everything. And all of these programs are built out for 2 years and spread out in different 12-week phases. Each phase progresses in difficulty over time. So this did take a long time to build, but I had an idea of what I wanted and I let the VAs do that. Track cold messages, money out, expenses, etc. So when you start doing direct messages on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and you're doing these cold messages, you never want to just use one script. You want to test like 5 different scripts, and then whatever's getting the highest response rate, double down on that one. Your money out, your expenses, you can track all these things on Google Drive. That's what we do. Create branding videos. I use Filmora because it's cheaper than Adobe. It's also a one-time payment. I create the clips on my iPhone and share with her on Google Drive. I always have an example. So if I'm creating a promo video or just something exciting for the app, I have an example of something I'd like the video to look similar to. She reviews that, then has an idea of what I want, and it's just much easier for her to create the video. So if you were doing steps 1 through 3 yourself, you would find that whenever a client messages you, you're going to feel the need to respond immediately. And this is true because sales and engaging with a new prospect is really a timing thing, especially with online training. It's an impulse buy. So if somebody maybe watches a movie, they get all fired up, they might want to buy the online training right away. So I understand if you want to respond to your messages right away. But if you do this and you feel the need to tend to your phone because it might be a lead, you're going to end up putting money later tasks and profit producing activities on the back burner. You can't perform at your highest level if you're being tugged in different directions all day long. The point of having a virtual assistant is to free up your time so you can focus on strategy and growth. Now, what's changed for me in the past 3 years since hiring? I have more business satisfaction now because I can focus on strategy and growth. I have more freedom. I'm not always having to be on my phone worrying about responding to messages some campaign messages that I put people through. I have more speed. So if I want something done, I want a new program built, I want a new funnel and follow-up system built, I know that I can have this done maybe even that same day. I feel less overwhelmed. Like I said, my inbox is no longer flooded with messages. Everyone gets responded to quickly. And if something really needs my attention, I'm always there to take action on that. I have consistent lead flow. My business is really predictable. I know I'm always going to have people interested in my services. And as a result of that, I'm able to do my online training full time, and I don't really ever feel stressed out. I also feel like my business is really scalable because, like I said, I have speed. If somebody maybe wants tweaks to their program, I can do that in a matter of minutes. So having all this has really made me feel like I can train the world if I wanted to, and I love that. If you're interested in your own online training virtual fitness assistant for as low as $7 per hour, click the link in the description. We have about 8 or 9 people on the roster right now, some of which are part-time. They're all fully trained by me. So if that interests you, go ahead and click the link in the description. Thanks so much for watching this video. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.